My daughter had diabetes, but now I wish she did. For weeks, my 9-year-old daughter Haley constantly had dark circles under her eyes. I could tell she was exhausted, falling asleep at the dinner table, her grades starting to drop. The symptoms looked exactly like diabetes. Our food started disappearing at an incredible rate, but I tried to convince myself she was just growing. Cereal boxes I just bought would be empty within days. All of our ice cream gone overnight. I kept buying more groceries thinking Haley was going through a massive growth spurt, but when I actually watched her eat, she was picking at tiny portions like a bird. I took her to our doctor twice, convinced it was serious, but the weirdest thing happened. The tests came back normal. The doctor told me, sometimes kids go through phases with weird eating patterns. She's fine, but how was she healthy if food kept vanishing? Our grocery bills were hitting $500 a week, and Haley kept getting worse. She started falling asleep in class regularly. Her teacher called me concerned because Haley seemed scared and jumpy. I thought maybe the exhaustion was making her paranoid. I didn't want to ask about her eating because I knew she'd been insecure, but I started watching at dinner. Haley barely touched her meals, saying she was already full. When I asked her about it, she'd get this terrified look and just say she wasn't hungry. Something was seriously wrong, but every medical test came back normal. I was starting to think I was losing my mind. One Thursday morning, Haley looked absolutely terrible. Dark circles so pronounced they looked like bruises, skin pale as paper, and she was shaking slightly while trying to eat her breakfast. I noticed some of our knives went missing, and I was now terrified for her health. I couldn't take it anymore. I sat her down and told her I wasn't leaving for work until she told me what was really going on. She started crying immediately, these huge gulping sobs like she'd been holding them in forever. After 20 minutes of gentle coaxing, she finally whispered, "Daddy, there are animals living in our ceiling. They scratch and run around all night above my room. I can't sleep because they're so loud, but I didn't want to tell you because I thought you'd think I was being a baby." My heart absolutely broke. The poor kid had been lying awake terrified every single night. I went straight up to the attic with a flashlight, and the moment I lifted the access panel, the smell hit me. Animal droppings mixed with rotting food. I climbed up, and sure enough, there was a whole family of squirrels. But as I was clearing out their nests, I noticed something in the far corner behind the water heater. I was so confused because there were empty food containers from our kitchen, neatly stacked. A sleeping bag rolled up perfectly. Water bottles lined up against the wall. I thought someone forgot these here before the last owners moved, but then I saw it. There was a notebook, and as soon as I read it, my hands started shaking. Our names were written, times we left, when we came home, which stairs creaked. One entry from 3 weeks ago. Haley knows I'm here now. I'll do it if she tells anyone. I immediately called the police, my hands shaking so bad I could barely dial. Then I grabbed Haley. I asked her if she knew about this, and felt my heart drop as she broke down. She said her name was Gretchen, and that bad people were after her. She said if you knew you'd hurt her. I felt like I was gonna throw up. A woman had been living in our attic, feet above where my daughter slept. I threw clothes into a bag while waiting for the police to show up. My heart was pounding so hard I thought I might pass out. We were out of the house in under 5 minutes. The police searched the attic, but didn't find anyone. The detective called me 2 hours later while we sat in my sister's living room. "We found where she'd been watching your daughter through a crack in the ceiling," he said. "And sir, we found your missing kitchen knives." His voice got quiet. "It's not likely she'll come back, but don't return until it's safe." We stayed at my sister's for 4 days while police watched our house. On the 4th night, the woman came back.